Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Exploring Careers. Today we're lucky enough to be joined by Jess from the City of Stonnington. Thanks for jumping on today, Jess.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Now, this is a bit of a mouthful, so excuse me if I get it wrong, but you are the Senior Team Leader of the Risk Aquatic Program at the City of Stonnington. Is that right?
Correct, yes.
Cool. So, and I'm excited for this chat and I'm excited to jump into a few different bits and pieces with you. But before we do, people who obviously live within the City of Stonnington might have an understanding about City of Stonnington and who you are and what you do. But for people who maybe aren't aware of City of Stonnington or just the career opportunities in local government, are you able to just give us a bit of a brief background on that?
Yeah, of course. So the City of Stonnington is a local government, and in our municipality, so we take in Malvern, Prahran, Toorak, Armadale, Glen, South Yarra, Kooyong and Windsor. So we're basically responsible for like vital services in our community. So it includes the people that live here, work, or even just come down for visits as well, and all the businesses as well. So some of them are commonly known are the waste collection services, animal management, parks and gardens, parking, road maintenance and the traffic and things like that.
Okay, so you're basically looking after everything that happens within your municipality and those suburbs. You guys are looking after everything basically.
Correct, yeah. And so we have like a massive range of roles as well. So like care workers, maternal health nurses as well, childcare, librarians, aquatic and fitness, that's where I work in there as well. So lots of different kinds of roles like engineering officers, festival and events officers, youth diversity, inclusion, could go on, environmental.
The list goes on.
The list goes on. City of Stonnington is very big.
Awesome. And as I mentioned off the bat, and as you touched on just then, you are the team leader of the Risk Aquatic Program. I'm not going to pretend to know what that means. Can you tell us what that actually is? Sure.
So we have 2 aquatic facilities in the City of Stonnington, and that is Prahran Aquatic Centre and Harold Holt Swim Centre. And so I look after risk, so that's occupational health and safety. So just to make sure that our centres are safe, really. So we need to look at all the risks that are in our facilities and making sure that nobody actually gets hurt, and trying to preempt and look at our hazards and make sure that we are dealing with anything, just so everyone is safe. And the aquatic program side of things is oversee all of our Learn to Swim programs, which is a vital skill for all Australians to be able to learn to swim, seeing as we're an island and we're surrounded by water.
Oh, exactly right. It's such an important part of Australian culture, so that's really important. And you sound very passionate about this. What is it about working at the City of Stonnington or in local government that's so special? Like, what is it that makes it? Is it the people? Is it the work environment? Can you talk to us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I love working at the centres. We have so many different people that actually come in and visit us. So first of all, the community. You get to speak with the community, if that's casual people that come in or all of our members. There's just so many people to chat to, get to know, and so many fantastic people in our community. The staff. We have such a wide variety of staff from all different ages and abilities. And it's great to be able to mix and mingle with those people, get to know them, and we really support each other, which is absolutely fantastic. And the thing I love about the City of Stonnington as well, that through COVID, which was just horrible for everyone, we continued to pay our staff when our centres were closed. So they were at home and we were supporting them, at least paying them, which really helped and took a little bit of burden off them as well.
No, that's amazing, and being able to give your staff and the people in the City of Stonnington that comfort of knowing that you were there for them, basically. But before you were in this role, you obviously were doing something else prior, so you didn't know all of this of what you know now and what you just mentioned. So what was it before you actually joined City of Stonington that made them stand out for you? Were you involved in community services or anything similar before, or can you talk us through that a little bit?
So I've worked at many other aquatic centres, very similar to what I'm doing now. And the role came up, and being that I was a swimmer back in the day, that I love swimming, and like I said before, it's so vital to learn, and very passionate, and I want to be able to pass on my skills to all of our new and upcoming teachers, but also making sure that our community is safe as well. So it was the actual role that drew me to it.
Okay, perfect. And you mentioned there just the skills, and you enjoy that part, passing those on to others and teaching others. What type of skills and I guess personal attributes are City of Stonnington looking for in people when they're wanting to bring people in to join the team?
Yeah, so obviously we want passion, because you need to love what you do. Reliable. We want someone who's really friendly and comfortable to chat to other people. Someone who's responsible, empathetic, because we do have a lot of people that do come into our centres. So we want to make sure that we are empathetic to everybody and their challenges, I suppose, as well. And you want to be sociable, so you need to be able to chat to so many different people, flexible, and just to have that positive attitude, I think, is really important. We do have so many roles at our centres as well, so it's not just swim teaching. We have roles in customer service, lifeguarding, swim teachers, gymnasium, group fitness instructors. So these roles are really great entry roles for people as well.
No, definitely. And I think that's important to note as well, as you might on the surface think of a career with the City of Stonnington or local government in general as being, you're pigeonholing it as one thing. Whereas, as you just mentioned, as we touched on earlier, there's so many things and so many areas you could move into and things that would be suited for your specific skill set, which I think is a really exciting prospect for people who are interested or are thinking about what they're going to do in the future. Which leads me into, for any young people watching this or anyone at all who's interested in what you've had to say and potentially getting involved in local government or the City of Stonnington specifically, where do they start? How do you get your foot in the door? What's the process? Is there a set pathway, or are there different options for getting involved? How does that work?
Lots of different options. So you can jump onto the City of Stonnington website and have a look at the careers page to see what's actually available. But for young people, like I said, it is a really good entry point for aquatics. We do take on secondary students, uni students, and because our centres are open for majority of the day, we're quite flexible with our hours and our work. So we work around schools, we work around uni timetables, so we are very flexible, which is fantastic. But then also too, earlier I touched on through COVID where our centres were closed, we were able to find secondment opportunities within council, that the services that still did need to run. We were able to manage to move a lot of our aquatic staff over to different roles, which was absolutely fantastic, and they were really grateful for that. But when it comes to aquatics, if you're wanting to get into swim teaching, for instance, we can also help with qualifications. So there are certain qualifications you need to have, but we can always help with that as well. And if some people are struggling to pay, we can assist in those ways as well. And if we're getting the right people that are passionate, we can help them with their training too.
Perfect, and that's great to know. I think it's great for young people out there to know that you'll help develop them, you'll help them with their training. There are multiple pathways, and they're not just another spoke on the wheel, and people don't really care about you. As long as you do your job, they're happy. I think it's good to know that you're going to be looked after, you're going to be developed, and you're going to be helped along the way. Now, if I could take you back a bit, take you back to your high school days. What advice, knowing what you know now, what advice would you give to yourself if you could jump back in the time machine and maybe have a chat to yourself at 15, 16, 17, knowing what you know now? What advice would you give to yourself, or better yet, the people watching this today, what would you say to them?
For me, I think don't stress about finding that perfect job straight away. Look to see what's out there, try new and different things, because it's so wide with everything that you can potentially do. So try different things, see what your passion is, and really explore that. And just really don't stress about trying to find the perfect thing straight out of school or out of uni. So just doing different things, new and different things.
Yes, no, I 100% agree. Don't be scared to try new things. Don't feel like you've got to find the absolute perfect job. The likelihood is you're going to have a few jobs throughout your life. So give things a go and see how it goes. But we'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for your time today. I know I've learned a lot. I didn't understand that there were so many opportunities available with the City of Stonnington specifically, and in local government, especially all the aquatic stuff. And as you mentioned, Australia being such a water-based country, we love our swimming, getting down the beach, getting down the pool, all that type of stuff. It's been great chatting to you today, and thanks so much for jumping on again.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.